So the last topic of our course, programming in C, is C preprocessors. So pre-processing means something that happens before processing. So here C processor is a program that processes a C program before it is passed to the compiler. So you know what is meant by compiler. Compiler will convert the high-level language program into a lower-level language program, but preprocessor comes before the compiler. So before compilation, something is happening to our code. So that is known as preprocessor. So when you write a program, our program is known as source code. The preprocessor works on the source code and creates an expanded source code as per the preprocessor directives used in the source code. So we are using some preprocessor directives here, and two of them are explained in this course. First one is hash define, and the second one is hash include. Hash include is familiar to you, but we will explain once more what is the actual meaning of hash include. And the next one is hash define, which stands for macro expansion. So if I ask you what are the two preprocessor directives we are going to use in this session, is hash define and hash include. You might have noticed that every preprocessor directives begins with a hash symbol. So we will take up the first preprocessor directive, that is macro expansion, using hash define. Let's see what it means. This is a simple program, hash include stdio.h. We will keep it safe now, but we will talk about it later. The second one, hash define pi 3.1428. This is an example for macro expansion preprocessor directive. So, and the program continues after that. In this example, this pi is called a macro template, and this 3.1428 is called a macro expansion. And during pre-processing, every macro template gets replaced by its corresponding macro expansion. So what that means? Look into our program's code. Here float r is equal to 5.3 and area are the declarations of two variables r and area. And in the next line, area is equal to pi into r into r. This pi is the macro template pi defined here. So before compilation, this pi will be expanded with 3.1428 in this place by the preprocessor directive. So that's what is meant by expansion of the source code. Pi will be replaced with 3.1428. Suppose your program has pi somewhere else in the program, that pi will also get replaced with 3.1428. So that is the expansion of a macro template. Normally these macro templates are written in capital letters for better visibility. Now you can see that pi is actually a macro template which might be replaced with some other value. You have to look at the value here, 3.1428, and that value is written here, 3.1428. Before compilation, this program will become 3.1428 into r into r. Okay, now you might think, what is the use of this? What is the advantage you are getting when you define a macro template? One of the advantages is understandability. Imagine now you have to put 3.1428 into r here. That will also work. But for readability, you know that 3.1428 is not just a random number. It is a special number known as pi. So you have to define, when you define it like hash define pi 3.1428, anyone who reads this line, area equal to pi into r will understand that this pi is a constant, well-known constant. Okay, so it brings more readability to our program, more understandability of our program. The second one is that suppose you want to change this 3.1428 into 3.14 only. You need only 2 decimal point places. In that case, you have to change only the macro expansion part here. 3.1428 should be changed to 3.14. So wherever your program is using pi, all will be replaced with 3.14. If you are not using this macro expansion here, then you have to put 3.14 everywhere the program sees 5. So that work is reduced considerably because you have to change only at one place. So that is an advantage. So once again, the advantages of using macros are, sometimes it is required to change the values from 3.1428 to 3.14. In such cases, the value has to be changed only at one place where it has been defined. Second advantage is understandability. When a numeric value appears in a program, it is not always clear what it means. Giving it a symbolic name using hash define makes things more clear. So now you know that pi has a meaning, you know that, so it becomes more understandable. Your program has a better understandability. And hash define, you can also, in another way, this hash define can take up some arguments. So let's see this example. Hash define area x, 3.14 into x into x. So in this example, this part is the macro template and this part is the macro expansion. Let's see how it has been used in our program. The first line is a declaration of 3 variables, R1 5.7, R2 9.5 and A. And A is equal to area. This area is the macro template, and inside R1, so this will be expanded as 3.14 into R1 into R1, or else 3.14 into 5.7 into 5.7. So like this, you can have arguments for our macros. So every area x will be replaced with 3.14 into x into x. So here also area R2, then it will become 3.14 into 9.5 into 9.5. So this is all about the hash define preprocessor directive.